Got my wife out here running with me this morning. Getting her right. Her fine self. Get it, baby. All right. We already on mile 7. That's how we... Come on, baby. One more mile. 8 miles. Oh. Man down. Man down. She got a spare tire on.
Stretching.
Oh, that's how it is when you run 12 miles. All right, so what I'm about to do now, I'm actually about to have a client come in. And what I'm going to do with this client is go over some different options that we have for her when it comes to looking at a house. What I want to also do with this client is go over some things. Here on the screen, we'll look at her houses, and we'll also look at 2 things. Something that is absolute, that will not change, and the things that are variables that could possibly change. What I'm going to try to help my client understand is that with these absolute things here, whatever her price range is, that she wants to stay within based on her monthly mortgage payment that she has allotted for herself, that will not change. That is what her amount has to be in order to be into that price range. Will not change. Some other stipulations that I would, talk to the client about that will not change are just her time frame. That will not change. She wants to be in by a certain time. That will not change. All right. Her variables, things that could change. Will she be able to budge on the area she wants to live in? Will she be able to budge on the amount of square footage or the amount of rooms and things like that in the house? Those are things that could change to open up her options as far as getting into a house. She will be able to open up her options by changing her variables. But if she stays more absolute and restricts her options, and her timeline stays, everything stays the same here. These are things that cannot change, but she's not willing to change these, then we may need to look at a different option for her when it comes to it. So that's what I'm basically going to be going over here today. Your square footage and your price range, we want to stay within that.
All right.
All right. What else is non-negotiable, won't change?
I definitely want to live in a subdivision.
Okay, subdivision. All right.
Okay.
What else?
District 2 or Lexington 5.
School district.
School districts, yeah.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else that's non-negotiable, absolute, will not change?
And the 4 bedrooms.
4 bedroom, must be 4 bedrooms.
At least 2 baths.
2 baths. All right, so now, after going over these things on the screen, looking at the houses based on your stipulations, you see how restricted your options were. It took it down to 13 options. Of those 13 options, maybe about 6 or 7 of those were sold as is or short sale type thing. We don't want to get into that situation like that. So in the other houses, 2 or 3 of them were not your area that you want to live in. We're not going to change your area. You kind of, you don't want to go too far down.
Right.
From your area. So that's going to stay there. 130 is something that now we're willing to...
It's negotiable. So, yeah. Okay.
So price is negotiable. We'll just say price is negotiable.
And now that I see that there's not a lot available where I want to live, then I'm definitely going to be more open to different areas.
Different areas would be open to that.
Okay.
So what about any of these things, like far as being as open? If we up your price range, then some of these things will come more into play.
Okay, so that's good.
All right, so we're good with that. All these things can stay where they are. Now let's look at going back on here, upping our price, and addressing our area. And then we'll talk to our lender and see how that price will affect your payment.
Okay.
Okay, so now after going over the options with my client, we were able to figure out that we needed to do this. We needed to go back to the drawing board and look at some different options for her based on her stipulations. So what we did was, with the conclusion we came to, we found one house that was an area that she had not thought about, or she actually did think about moving to that area. The school system was kind of her thing. She's really, really big on the school system. She is a teacher, so that's something big to her. But we did look at moving to that area based on the housing and getting more bang for your buck in that area. So that's one thing that we were willing to do. We found one house in that area. We were also able to find 2 other houses in the area that she had already previously looked in. She actually looked at the houses. We've actually been to one of them twice. But now, based on this conversation that we had today, she's kind of looking at that one a little differently. We're going to go back and look at that one for a third time and see if the third time is a charm. We're going to go look at another one that she had already seen and see if that one appeals to her. She did initially go in there, and it was more based on her list of I don't want type things. Soon as she walked in, it was, all right, we can go. You know, I don't want this one. So now we're going to go this time and actually take a good look at the house and see, does it fit her. Cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it. This is way too high, you need to cut it. This price is way too high, you need to cut it. Hey, that's what you tell your client, but like, hey, them prices way too high, you need to cut it. Up in Target real quick. I like to stop by here and just grab my daughter some stuff sometimes. So, you know, before I go pick her from school, I just come in. So I love this little section. Everything's like $1, $2. So I come get it for her. And she always loves daddy for it.